Hello friends, in the PDF file already sent on consolidation of financial statements, there are three questions on gross consolidation, one-line consolidation and proportional consolidation that you will solve at your residence as homework. Here I am going to take up an example of gross consolidation first. Here, Mukta Limited acquired 80% of equity shares of capital of Dreams Limited for cash on 1st January 2003 at a price of 15 rupees per share. So Mukta company becomes the parent company and the Dream Company Limited that becomes the subsidiary company. The shares are being purchased at the rate of 15% and so far equity is concerned 80% shares are being purchased. The balance of reserves of Dreams Limited stood on 1st January 2003 on the date of acquisition was 2 lakh rupees. And the balance sheet as on that stood of two companies on 31st December 2003. So the balance sheets at end are given. Investments in Dream Limited 9,60,000, that is by the invested company. Plant, then current assets respectively 60,000 lakhs, 5 lakh, and current assets 35 lakh, 6 lakhs, represented by equity shares of 10 rupees each, that is 4 lakhs and 8 lakhs respectively. Then reserves 64 lakhs and 60,000 and 3 lakhs respectively. And we are supposed to draw the consolidated balance sheet by line by line method or gross consolidation technique. Before I start, I would like to remind you whatever the reserves or the profit that exist on the date of acquisition of shares, they are always capitalized and treated the part of goodwill or capital reserve while making the calculation of goodwill or capital reserve as the case may be. Here, first of all, we will calculate the goodwill. If we look at the working note number 1 as it appears, the cost of investment in Dreams Limited, that is we have got 80% shares of 8 lakhs, that is 6,40,000 share capital. The share is 10 rupees each, so the total shares that acquired are 64,000. 64,000, that is at the rate of 15 rupees. So amount becomes investment 9,60,000. In return, what we have skewed? We have got 80% shares of 80,000, that is 64,000, and the par value was or the nominal value was 10 rupees. So we have got shares 64,000 worth rupees 6,40,000. Then reserves as on that date on 1st January 2003 were 2 lakhs. 80% share is adjusted while calculating the goodwill amount, and that becomes 1,60,000. So total amount becomes 8 lakhs. So price paid is 9,60,000, whereas the book value acquired is 8 lakhs. So goodwill becomes 1,60,000. Secondly, under gross consolidation technique, we have to ascertain the share belong to outsider, that is 20%. So in the total share capital held by the the capital held by the outsiders is 20% of 8 lakhs, that is 1,60,000. 20% old reserves that belongs to them out of 2 lakhs, that is 40,000. And total reserves as on 31st December was 3 lakhs, but 2 lakhs is of the previous year, because generally the reserve and surpluses balances under the balance we start with the balances of previous year and then add up or deduct or give the treatment for the current year's profits or losses. So the current year's profits are 3 lakhs total minus 2 lakhs previous year's balance, that was 2 lakhs. So out of 1 lakh, 20% share belongs to outsiders, that is 20,000. So minority interest becomes 2,20,000 that we can see here. We can see here 2,20,000. Thereafter, we have to calculate the reserves with the investor company, that is Mukta Limited, at end. They had already reserves of 64,60,000, and we will add up the value of our share in the current year's profit, that is 1 lakh, and 80% shares belong to us. So 80,000 is being added. So it becomes 64,60,000 plus 80% of 3 lakhs minus 2 lakhs, that is 1 lakh. So it becomes 80,000. It becomes total 65,40,000. 65,40,000. So I hope the information is very much clear. Then going for the consolidated balance sheet at end, that is on 31st December 2003, capital investor company is having 40 lakhs, reserves just calculated in the working note number 3, that is 65,40,000, and minority interest in the working note number 2, 2,20,000. On the other side, the plants under line by line method, we add up the total value irrespective of share, proportion of shares held. So 60 lakh plus 5 lakh, 65 lakhs. Yes, 65 lakhs. Sundry creditors 35 lakhs plus 6 lakh, 41 lakhs. Yes, 41 lakhs. Then goodwill is ascertained in working number 1, that is 1,60,000. The total becomes 1,07,60,000, 1,07,60,000. So under gross consolidation technique, it is clear. Rest in the next video.